Today we got another government shill going by the name of Carl Dieter of Irish mortgage brokers talking about properties and the housing crisis in Ireland. Okay, so this is on NEWSTALK, of course. You know, NEWSTALK is the same as RTE, Virgin Media. They're just bought and paid for propaganda media. Propaganda specialists, I call them. It says here, more houses are being built and there are fewer vacant and derelict buildings. What are we supposed to do with that information? Over 33,000 new residential addresses were recorded over the past year, while the national vacancy and dereliction rates have both fallen since 2024, according to a new report from GeoDirectory. Again, what are we supposed to do with that information? You know, the situation in Ireland is not getting better, guys, when it comes to housing. You know, they're flooding the country with illegal people in IPAS centers and God knows where. Open borders policy. People just flying in like it's a flipping, crazy crackpot zone. You have, of course, the house prices going crazy. Then you have the people from the US buying houses. You have people from India buying houses. It's like, the housing market is finished here. So let's listen to him defend the Irish government on the housing crisis. Okay, let's listen.
So affordability, there's affordability right now, today. You can get a house sub 200,000 easy. It's going to be in Leitrim. And that'll be less than 4 times national average wage. National average wage is around 46,000.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to just how stupid this man is. You can get a house easy. It'll be in Leitrim. Yeah, you can get a house easy for 200,000. You, don't be lazy. You living at home, waster, in your 30s and 40s. You can get a house easily. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. Oh, thanks, man. These people are retarded, like.
So affordability, there's affordability right now, today. You can get a house sub 200,000 easy. It's going to be in Leitrim. And that'll be less than 4 times national average wage. National average wage is around 46,000. Yeah. You look at somewhere like Dublin median prices, it's more than 10 times that amount. If you're single, you're looking to buy in Dublin, I hope you're exceptionally high earning, or you're from a wealthy family or something like that if you want to do it on your own. If you're in a couple, you're not going to do it being bang average. Now, I know from the brokerage world, first-time buyers, the biggest cohort out there borrowing, they are, the biggest group buying in Dublin. So there is a lot of people succeeding. That's a wonderful thing. And they can...
I actually can't listen to this guy. Normally, I can listen to people talk about stuff, but he's so stupid and incompetent. And another thing, guys, I want to talk about. Not only is he twitching like crazy, that seems to be like the norm, being on the radio and being on like the TV in Ireland. A lot of people have these weird, uncontrollable twitches in their face. Not really sure what that's about. Don't want to be insulting the guy over that. I'm not. But I'm just saying, I don't know. Does that run in the sort of journalistic media? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Secondly, very odd situation here. We have a guy here who's 50 years old. Bear in mind, this guy's 50 years old. He was born in the US, moved to Ireland at young age. Same as me. I was born abroad and then I moved to Ireland at 6. So young, we moved at young. But this guy is wearing, at 50 years old now, a t-shirt that says, I identify as a problem. That is an LGTV t-shirt. And he's also wearing a hippie necklace. Just a really odd scene here. And he has a shaved head kind of thing going on. Then he has a ring on that's like supposedly he's married as well with kids. I'm not really sure. But, and the media does this on purpose, guys. This is, again, to demoralize and confuse the public. This guy is supposed to be maybe, marketing himself to the younger population of Ireland, to younger people, because he runs his own Irish mortgage brokers, which earns millions and millions per year. But wearing a weird t-shirt with writing, and I forgot my t-shirt. My mainstream media is dead t-shirt. I have to wear that t-shirt. Let's get that t-shirt, actually. But he's wearing all this weird stuff, and we're just watching him talk about everybody can afford houses in this country. If we earn 46,000 a year, but we have to be in a couple, so what's that? 92,000 or whatever. I'm not good at maths, guys. So yeah, 90,000 or whatever. What is happening in this country, guys? This is done on purpose. This is to demoralize us. This is crazy stuff, guys. What is going on in this place?
For this, and they're going to get there. That's great. Everybody below that, though, they're the ones who I think are struggling, and there actually isn't an answer for them in the short term. You're not meant to say that. You're meant to say, oh, the policy block. That's the truth. Okay, there's not an answer for them in the short term.
So there's no win here for people on average or medium or low incomes in the short term.
Other than to go further away from where you might have wanted to be. I mean, I'll put it this way: if you're average and you're living in Leitrim, you want to live there, this is dream come true. You've got lots of choice, and that's actually a good thing. And I'm not banging down on the folks in Leitrim. I'm just
no. You're talking about...
This is very. See, a lot of people don't understand. Like, this is very deep philosophy and psychology. This guy is like trying to basically say like, it's deeper than what he's saying. This is a very odd situation. He's saying that like, the situation is fine, and this is a lot of the times what rich people do, that come from wealthy backgrounds, or their parents were rich and they were born with a silver spoon. They do this stuff on purpose, guys, to make you feel worse than you are. If you don't have as much money as these people, or you're not born to rich parents, which I wasn't, most of us aren't in this world, then you're meant to feel less than. You can't get the good looking women, you can't get a house, you can't have a nice car. This is all meant to demoralize the Irish people specifically. Okay, plain and simple.
Radical fact.
And then maybe last question for you: at what point in the medium term do you think we will see, I suppose, as I say, us approaching equilibrium in terms of supply? Or is that how long is a piece of string?
I think it's a few years out. It's a few years out, and I think that this has to end with prices adjusting to some level of reasonableness. Now, there are times where markets adjust beyond that, and they never get reasonable, and you do see that in some areas like Singapore. You see, Hong Kong. You see where they kind of go up and they never came back. Some major European capital cities. I'm not sure that Dublin is at that point yet where we...
Okay, yeah, so that's a lie. The house prices are never coming down. Like, these people need to give it to you gun barrels straight, guys. The house prices are never coming down here. He said like Singapore, like Hong Kong, where the house prices go up with inflation and deflation. But there will be none of that, guys. There will be none of that. In Ireland, if you're buying a house now and you have money, it's great, because the house prices will keep going up and you'll get rich. But if you don't, oh boy, like me, can't afford a house. Oh, what do we do then? I guess we're just destitute just to live on the side of the road then.
Just have this systemic crazy house price. But if it does get there, we're going to have a serious think about, the use of public land. Like, should we have, I'm not saying don't have parks, but should we have the state owning anything, given that they sit in it for years and years at a time? They're just a terrible owner of land in terms of how they manage it. And we just have to find some better way.
Well, I even don't agree with him on that one, guys. I even do not agree with him on that. He's saying, let's reclaim public land and use it for housing. Yeah, let's just destroy all the nature, all the wildlife, all the beautiful parks. Let's just tear down Phoenix Park and we'll just put up a bunch of high rises like in Eastern Europe and Russia. Let's just do that, guys. Just tear down Phoenix Park, tear down the beautiful monument there, tear down everything that makes the country Irish, and just put up loads of houses so you can bring in people from the EU, the UN, human trafficking from North Africa and, Roma gypsies and the Middle East, war-torn places, Pakistan and India. Let's just bring in all these people and put them on our land. That's what they want to do, guys. That's what he is saying right there. Let's tear down all the beautiful places, the parks, Cool Park, let's tear down Salt Hill, get rid of all the really nice, beautiful luxury places that we have here in this country that make Ireland Irish, the culture, the heritage. Phoenix Park is gone, Marley Park, all these different areas. Tear these places all down, get rid of them all, and then just put in loads of just immigrants. Illegal. That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do to solve the housing crisis. And then people call me crazy for talking about this on the internet, guys. And this is a perfect example. The modern world in a single photo. Okay? This is it, guys. We're just a bunch of sheep. There's grass and there's land all around us, but we're sitting at the gates right there, guys. We're doing nothing about it. We're not formulating groups. We're fighting amongst each other. You know what I mean? There's people on the right that are fighting amongst each other. It's just like crazy. People that call out this stuff should be withheld in Irish society. Instead, they want to tear them down because they want to get into political office. These people on the right and left. The left are already crazy. I don't even have to talk about what's wrong with the left. Everybody knows what's wrong with the left. They're batshit insane. But on the right, there's people arguing amongst each other. It's like, just put the best candidate forward, a more right-leaning person. That's it, guys. Just more of a conservative person. Doesn't need to be the perfect guy or whatever. Just put a right-leaning candidate in government. it will change everything here. You know, and they're arguing amongst each other. Whose dick is bigger than his? Who has this? Who's more Christian? Who's more Irish? Who's that? It's just like, you know, people are telling me what's going on. I don't even watch other people's stuff, guys. I'll be honest. I went on James Conway podcast. I see certain things. I don't see anything. I'll be honest. And when I get sent something by my loyal subscribers, hating on me or whatever, I just start laughing. I send it to my brother. We start laughing. We have the best time ever. We're just laughing nonstop. But it's like, there's too much animosity between each other. You know, you can never actually bring up someone, make somebody famous enough like Trump in the US to make them become president, or make them run for, you know, the Dáil and become Taoiseach. Like, it's just ludicrous, guys. It is absolutely insane. So, yeah, they've completely destroyed the place, guys. You know, Ireland is near finished. You know, they're on their last legs. But let me know your thoughts on that. You know, the housing crisis is not getting better. I'm not really sure why they're trying to push this housing. You know, you can go to Leitrim and get a house for $200,000. Like, really? Like, that's just not. That's not how it is, guys. That's not a reality. Like, that's not reality. Like, you know. People don't want to move out of their home county because their family are here, you know? They don't want to move into some random places like the jungle. Everyone's different than you. It's like awful. No, you don't want to move out of there, guys. You want to live 10 minutes down the road from your family in your own home county. But like, that's not going to happen here, apparently. Crazy stuff. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video for just €3 per month, because you'll never hear these news stories on the public news. And I'll see you guys all in the next one, man. Peace.